Right, 2 seconds, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good day. Sorry I was on a bit later than usual, just getting a few more things done. My cooler bets, you know, look up venue or something I want to go to with my partner. Paint tomorrow to the day. Slightly using the plot, say sorry guys, 2 seconds. Take one of these bad boys. Just to stay focused, 2 seconds, sorry everyone. I was so with it and prepared. Not at the moment. I mean not now. I was. I'm not. So yeah, the giveaway's right, that I was going to write on the wall, but the prizes, so it's like a golden ticket that I'm going to do that people can win. So in the last 20 products on the store, and it won't be unadded in anymore, so it's not like it's cheating, there's a way to like lose or anything like this, right? There's 15 products, I don't even know how many products are, I think it's actually might be 11, or is it 13 I counted without the wax. Any product that's over a tenner comes with a chance to win, well honestly one of the best flipping things I've seen someone offer. I mean I see people trying to win like 1 or 2, like, you know, just a fingerboard. You can win, I say everything in stock, not obviously every single graphic, that'd be ridiculous. But you know what I mean, I have the chance to win every single board. Would be nuts, there's too many boards, but a chance to win the best one, glow in the dark board, beanie, trucks, wheels, the full shebang. There's the main. There's a 25% sale on at the moment as well, guys, anyway. So as I said, and any support from the skate community is just massively appreciated. So obviously, the more guys, it's proven because I've got the 3D printer and stuff like that. Any money I get, I receive and share as investment rather than like a personal gain. Right? It's just how it is, how I work. Yeah, there's beanies. And I mean, I know summer's coming in right now, but I mean, I ship internationally, so you've got cold. It's just getting warm in the UK. But what about Australia? It's getting colder. Do you know what I mean? Down under. Well, I love Australia. I've got to go back some point. Take my partner. But yeah, as I say, ship down there, ship everywhere. Hello, man. Welcome, welcome. Hi, it's green. Welcome. As I say, guys, so yeah, there's a chance now to win. Honestly, the best prizes anyway. So you'll win a glow-in-the-dark fingerboard. Probably this one here. Unsure yet, but it still needs another coating. I'll be spraying that down today. Glow-in-the-dark board. You'll get a beanie. You'll get a stand. But I'm not doing this one. I'm doing the wooden one, which is even better. I mean, it's PLA wood, so it's like a mixture of the two. So I've got the 3D printer. So this is like the wood one. Cool set. I appreciate it, man. So if I say man, I don't mean it, and someone might be a girl. I just mean generically. It's my lingo. I apologise about that. But yeah, so I've made skateboards too. That was my main goal always. But I got sidetracked a little bit when I discovered you could do tricks on a fingerboard. I was like, wait, what? You know, I've got, you know, my partner. I'm so sorry. That was disgusting. This is why you shouldn't smoke, man. Evil. Right. Literally, truthfully, this is the realism of it. I just breathed, and I breathed that black stuff into my. Yeah, this is it. Smoking is an evil, evil thing. Right. Anyway, back onto what I was saying. Okay. Bye bye. But yeah. Anyway, so you can win a glow in the dark board. I'll show you the glow in the dark board in a sec. A beanie, a stand, wheels, trucks, grip tape, everything. And you will find how to win this is to go and purchase a product, anything on the website that's over a tenner. And inside that, when you receive your order, you'll get a little thing inside it saying congratulations, you've won. And then I will obviously know who's, well, not know who's winning, because it'll just be a random thing. But I know that there's only one winner, so it's not like multiple people can print the same thing. I'm thinking how I can do I'm probably going to put a QR code on it. That's like just a one-time use QR code, so I know that, you know, no one else can like manufacture that exact link. But it's not like many people invest in it. I'm going to do 3 places, but then if I was to do 3, the beanies wouldn't be able to be included, so I don't have enough to give, and I don't want the prizes to be unfair. You know what I mean? Unless I do first, second, third, and this is why I'm like, anyone got any input? Because like, not like I don't have to run a business or do whatever. Because that's like someone said last time. I was like, do you not have to do it yourself? I do. It's just I thought people like having an input and a say. I like giving people the ability to do that. You know what I mean? As I say, so obviously this might be it's one I wear personally myself. And as I say, I would not use my own set is mine, but you can see how well I use my boards. Like grip tape, slightly worn down a little bit the graphic compared to. That's the wrong board. This one, which is a very popular 36mm board, to the point where you Google glow in the dark fingerboards, this actually is the 6th board to come up on the whole internet. Is this one right here, and then shortly afterwards is the mushroom one, and then I guarantee you pretty soon will be these ones too, because you know what I mean. That like there aren't many glow in the dark boards on the market, and you can win this this one here, which is worth 45 on the website for £15. That is a complete bargain. You ain't beating that. You get it in a mystery pack, and the reason it's £15 at the moment is because it's 25% off on the store. Automatically goes on there. Do you know? I honestly don't know, bro. I don't know who that is. So wait, Sticky. That's ringing a bell now, actually. Is it Sticky thing? Sticky FB or Sticky Art or something like maybe? I don't know. It's ringing a bell. I may be wrong because it could just be unique, like a generic name someone's used. Do you know what I mean? But I know on my other platform, I'm like followed by Craig Davis and stuff like this, like Radio 1 and shit like that. So there's a chance, bro. Let me get my iPad because I'll be able to actually check on that. You know what I mean? That will actually have, rather than coming off on this live stream right now, I'll be able to quickly just go on it. I'm pretty sure I do. That name is ringing a bell. But yeah, to be fair, if it's the same person, he actually really respects my company. He said before to me, he was like, fair play, bro, you know. So obviously, I swear he's in the US, right? US. If it is, then that shortens it down even more so. I'm pretty sure it's the same person then. Because I mean, I know quite a few people. I've got Source in FB as well. He makes really good boards. He started to do laser prints on the boards. It's sick. But I think the reason I've grown in that industry being known is because I made skateboards too, and people are like, holy shit, like fair play. But I am about making skating affordable for people. I'm not trying to take competition because I would never shit on another company like these. I would say go to him or if it's the same person I'm thinking of, more than big corporations, because they don't put the love into the product. They just assume because their name's going to get them boycott them. I'm sorry if they're messing you over, boycott somebody. As like I've shown many times, but only for yourself. If you realise you're being messed over badly, then you really need to, I mean, it's your bank you need to think about at the end of the day. Like I've shown the wood before that we dye here too. It's so durable. That is how durable it is, and that's one sheet. If you put them all together, and I'm going to be doing epoxy resin boards soon as well, because they'll be even more tough and durable. They ain't breaking on you guys. I've shown my boards before. I'll be the toughest boards, so I messaged that there. I can do a kickflip on a fingerboard and a skateboard, right? Which is, I mean, I think that's another reason why people are like, there's a lot of people who fingerboard can't skateboard, where I can. I'm not saying everybody, a lot of people. I know, like, the one from Australia, oh no, he's not from Australia, he's New Zealand, isn't it? What's his name, bro? Man. Nope, it's gone. He goes to Bunnings Warehouse all the time. He's really funny. But anyway, I know he snowboards and I snowboard and stuff like that as well, but I don't see anybody that skates and fingerboards. I'm good, bro. How are you? So let me try a switch flip. Hey, it wasn't the cleanest, but we'll take it. And then kick flip, right? Ready? No, maybe in this one. If you notice, my kick flips are slightly different to a lot of people. That's because, one, I learned how to fingerboard without watching videos. Two, I used my skating ability. Actually, three, arthritis. So there's 3 reasons. So if you watch sometimes, watch my back finger. That was shit. What was that? Right, we'll do that again. I actually don't use my front finger sometimes. Maybe for guiding the pop. You're so good at this. Do I sense some irony? No, I'm joking. I am. Even if you, I mean, I'm okay sometimes for a year, but then at the same time, am I? Yeah. I've seen people do mad shit. There's this guy doing a line and a tray landed, revert, switch, flipped out. I was like, wait, what? And this guy then goes into a nose manual, and when he's in his nose manual, he's like, I can do nose manuals and nollie flip out sometimes. Give me one. Give me a try. Wait. The pain. Arthritis. Oh well, it doesn't love me today. Tray. Oh, bro, I'm terrible with tray flips. I'm terrible with tray. On the skateboard, actually, even on a skateboard, tray flips elude me, bro. I could do laser flips easier than I can do a tray flip. I don't know why. I think jumping forwards and doing a 360 motion onto the boards is very difficult. But doing a laser where you kind of like tuck your legs up behind you and just wait to like land on the board again, I think is less scary, to be honest with you. I don't know why. It's like, okay, you're not watching it. Just pray for, fingers crossed. But I will say though, bear in mind, the reason I'm probably okay at it is because this is my job every day, so I don't want people to be discouraged. Like, well, how have you done that a year? I can't even. I do this every single day. I'm very blessed. I can't thank you guys enough, really. If it wasn't for my customers, I wouldn't be. This is why I don't understand why people mess their customers over. If it wasn't for you guys, they would be living a relatively good life. And then by doing that, you then owe your customers everything. Deals, events, they are the reason you are partly. It takes two to tango in a way, you could say. Like, it takes somebody to start a business, and then it takes a community to raise that business up. You can't build a business up on your own with no sales, no customers, you know what I mean? So, and I don't want people to be discouraged. I am very lucky to have to fingerboard quite often. The reason I can probably fingerboard so well is because my brain, I've skated for my whole life. I say my whole life, popped out the womb, just carving and flipping. I mean, no, like, came out with the placenta just riding a wave, bro. No, but seriously, it is more of a case of I've spent every day, and I've not. People say, "Oh, you keep your fingers in a specific position," but if you do that, I would struggle because everybody does a trick slightly differently on the skateboard and a fingerboard. You end up changing to what makes more comfortable for you. So by learning a trick a certain way, so like say it's just below the bolts and it's like point your finger up and get that. All I can say to people is get that rainbow arc with it. But I see so many people like here and then by actually experimenting different finger placements, you're more likely to find, and skateboard on a skateboard, you're more likely to find your perfect flip point, catch point, scoop point, all this shit. But by copying exactly what someone does every time, not going right, that's like the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It won't happen, will it? So maybe when people are like, I can't do this trick, maybe move your foot under the bolts to the side, to the left, to the right, move it about a bit. Just because someone else is doing it a certain way, they would have tried a different way originally. We all get comfortable into our positions with our kickflips, and you know what I mean. It's comfortability, and the same goes. I think people. I don't know if anyone get hit fingerboards that gets really mad because they just want to do the tricks other people are doing. Same with skateboarding. That will set you back, because the anger will fill you up and you will actually end up, you're not realising it, but the cortisol inside of you will end up making you more tense. Because it happens when you're skateboarding. Your legs go tense. If you're trying to ollie or do, sometimes you need to breathe and re-oxygenate your muscles. I'm not even joking, it's a fact. And it's not really talked about. Sorry, but I completely ignored the chat there for a second. See if what I mean, but I would honestly love to give people boards. You can buy one now for £15. There's discounts on I've got on the website right now. There's literally the cheapest the boards can be right now, and the cheapest you'll find fingerboards anywhere. And not like Temu, you have to wait like 2 weeks for it to be shipped. Like this is skateaddiction.co.uk. Me from here in the UK, I ship anywhere in the world. Hong Kong takes 3 days to 11 days depending on what America the same. So my point is I can get to anywhere delivered. Good God product without making people spend so much money, right? I literally, if someone wants to just order wax and get it shipped to the US, be my guest, right? I personally would be like, there's no point. There is a free level of shipping with the US. Like when you order over a certain amount, you get the shipping for free, which is a bargain, right? Because the shipping to the US is like 24 quid. I'm not joking. It is a lot of money, especially if someone wanted a skateboard, bro. Like wow, to get that ship would be a ball ache in cost and weight. But as I said, like there's competitions, there's a chance to win boards right now, there's literally so many chances. I've got sponsorships I'm doing, I've got a giveaway because I hit a K, and I'm also doing 3 chances to win. You know, you'll win a card that will say congratulations, you've won a free board or you've won the free gift or something like that. Because as I say, I believe when it comes to having a business, you need to be kind, you need to be giving, caring. Other people might not see that, and at the end of the day, people are like, oh, it might take longer to grow because at the end of the day, this world wants rage bait, anger, madness. But I'm not about that, bro. I'm about spreading positivity, love, and peace. And you know, truthfully, there's nothing. I love it when people like that's a weakness, but I have my own business. Like, I made it to if I want people because that manosphere thing I watched. I won't get into it again, but it's like those men probably just over skipping. So like, oh, what's he doing? I guarantee you, from what appears like, I can never say because I don't know. These men in the manosphere look miserable. Right, they look absolutely miserable. Where me, I'm honestly so damn happy every day with BPD. It's not almost not normal. You'd be like, how is someone with BPD have this happen? Because I'm chasing my dreams, and that's what I'm not trying to rub in people's faces. I'm saying, do you guys honestly follow your dreams, chase your dreams? I was an addict 5 years. Well, I was an addict 3 years ago. I was homeless 5 years, 6 years ago. Right, 5, 6 years ago, I was 18. Well, actually, it's longer than that now. I go, wow, that's crazy. Time flies. I'm 25. Anyway, my point is, you just got to, you get to a point where you realize why do I worry about what people thought and waste so much time doing that. Believe me now. You're right. I've done it before. Been in that predicament myself. It's just not worth it. It's it really is. Life is you have one shot at this, and people always go on about that. And when you reach an age and realize you wasted your time caring about what people thought, you can't get that back. That is the worst thing because it's self-inflicted as well. You've done it to yourself the whole time. Like, you got to do, you know, these guys are like, I'm happy, but like, I see it as, when a guy wants to then sleep with multiple women, but like, one side him is something, what's that thing called? I don't even know what it is. He's loyal, no, he's not loyal, she is loyal, and that's how it expects it to be. That makes me laugh, bro, because I'm like, you're just insecure, because if she does do something, you can be like, well, I slept with your mates anyway. It's almost like self-sabotage before anything's even happened. They won't allow themselves to feel vulnerable or weak or loved or hugged or seen crying. Why? Do people really think that makes somebody less of a man? Like, pathetic, honestly. Because let's imagine, what do people class as man? Merits, business, and none of that's true. That is what men have enforced themselves and then bitch about it. It's a fact. I'm just trying to change the opinion slightly, one person healthy at a time, because it's no way to live, man. Like, we all have mothers. I don't even love my mum. My mum was a junkie, but I still have respect for the fact that she's a human being with her own struggles. So how can a person who has a mother who was loving not... I mean, what? Oh, then when they turn around and go, I was beat as a kid, I was really bad. So was I. I've got complex PTSD. My leg's broken by my dad. Clearly, right, this is a joke. Clearly you weren't hit hard enough, right? Because how do I get hit really hard and I end up okay? Not perfect, okay, no one's perfect, but they end up like that. And also they contradict themselves because they turn around and say, I don't do anything to please anybody else in life. It's all for me. I'm happy. Yeah, he then turns around and says, so put it this way, right? You've got a McLaren. Girl doesn't like them, doesn't know what a McLaren is. Why get a McLaren? She won't know what it is. She won't know you've got the money. So get the Ferrari. But what if you like the McLaren more, but it's just because she likes the Ferrari? So you're not doing it for you. You're doing it to show off, which is completely going against what you said at the beginning, which I do everything for me. And if people really break that circular logic down, you see it. It is like so evident and contradictory all the way through. Nothing I say is contradictory. I'm like, yeah, I'm a nerd. Yeah, I like this. I like that. There's no two ways about it. I admit my flaws. I admit my weaknesses. I've been beaten up. I've lost fights. It's not about that in life. It's about getting up, pushing on, and that's something about being a man. That's just human integrity. So we need to drop this flipping left and right, black and white, male and female shit. Please. Anytime I can make that point, I will. Truthfully, the point in my life where I was treating everybody around me like absolute garbage was when my life was miserable. But I like to act like everything was alright. Like, no, I don't care. But now, like, you know, I care and feel for people, and I feel, you know, people that deserve it. That is, you know, then you feel a lot better of a person. You feel like actually doing something. I feel like these are just the men that are like that are already just closed down. Their walls are closed, and they're like, I know what it's like to be like that. Oh, I'm untouchable. Oh, you can't hurt me. I can tell you what now, as someone who's actually diagnosed with psychopathy, so sociopath, if it affects me even slightly, it is going to affect somebody who has a frontal lobe. I don't have one, and yet it somehow still makes me feel a bit, that's not great. I wish people did like that a little bit more, agree with that, but oh well. So it's got to tear them down. There's no way. You know what I mean? There's no way, because the thing is that you look at their childhoods, oh yeah, I had an alright childhood, was hit once or twice, that's not enough to stop the frontal lobe growing. So I don't know what their flipping excuse is. And I'm fed up of seeing people go, well, yeah, that's the way to live, like Sneeko, these people, that people did deal with this. I'm like, right, well, it's not. Because they're all getting mocked and like laughed at, and the rest is, where's chivalry from? Where's self-respect from? Where's, oh man, it's just heartbreaking. I feel like it needs sex, more people need to be on live, more people need to be on the internet, more people need to be more genuine about, okay, I've made it in life, but I don't need to be that sort of person like these people are. See, this is true, bro. Wait, what you? So I have my own company, makes skate leaks and fingerboards. But I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm poor. Look at my shoe. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to like, oh, but boo-hoo, like, I know I have a business, but this is my money. Does that make sense? Like, this is my assets. This is my money. This is everything I put in. So that's, to me, it's my stock and stuff like that. And when I have people who would just be like, and I'm not having to go, I'm just saying this is how it is. Imagine if you had a load of shoes but not much money because you spent all your money on shoes. And someone's come in your room and go, can I have that book? Can I have those shoes? Can I have those shoes? You know, you have so many, you know, just, that's the sort of vibe I get when people ask me for my stuff. It's no different. I like to, as I said, if people, I'm sorry, and this is the savage truth, right? If you can't afford a hobby, it's like people say to me my whole life, can't afford an addiction, can't afford a hobby, then find something else that's affordable, because otherwise you get, say if I wanted to skate but can afford a skateboard, when my board breaks, what am I doing? I love this hobby but I can't afford a board. Now that doesn't mean you should not do it, but that means there's a realistic way around it. There's tech decks. It's not me trying to be an ass, but these take so much time to make. Mould for 24 hours to come out. I can't charge a 24-hour period, but no, but then there's sanding down for 4 hours. Right, at least 2 boards, like 4 hours work, 2 hours each. Hand sanding. And then you get to a point, and bear in mind, the graphics also took me like 2-3 hours to draw as well. So by this point, 6 hours on 2 boards. I mean, fair enough, you don't add those hours up because you draw once and then that goes on the board, granted. But I mean, so much work goes into it. And honestly, truthfully, I will be able to be kinder and do giveaways more, people support. But at this point, I just have people asking for free stuff all the time. And that is just not realistic or doable. And like I said, where this is my stock and my property and what I own, when people want to buy it, cool. That's like someone saying on Facebook Market that they've got like a chest of drawers or something, but it's new, it's made, it's slightly different. But they're not just going to go and give everything away in the house for free because that is what they've invested in. And I say, I know it's shit. That's one thing as a businessman, you understand that. The amount of people I have to turn around every day to and say, I'm sorry, I can't, is so difficult. And people are, boo-hoo, deal with it. You know, I mean, you just have a business, it must be great. No, it's horrible to see people. You know, I'm a nice person. I don't want to see people feel like they're missing out on shit. But like I also have overlapping opinions on that, whereas like, as I've always been told, if you couldn't afford something, you just can't realistically do that hobby because the world's not going to pay for that hobby. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure, like, as I said, like, there's a board I'm adding up there for £15. Then that, you know, there's a discount code. The discount code automatically applies. There'll be ways people have worked out to get really cheap. People, instead of going back buying a complete, they've gone and bought these little things individually, and they've managed to work out the price. And even I point people on my website to a cheaper price, because to me, I'm not just trying to farm a load of money. I'm trying to help my skate community find the best deal they can. But bro, honestly, bro, mine are the most, coming up to be the most well-known glow in the dark fingerboards on the market. So there's no chance I could just do giveaways now. I really am sorry. I am. Obviously, if you are part of these competitions that I throw all the time, there's a chance you could win a board. But like, I would say get on the wave now, because we're going up quick on this platform. We went from 250 followers 2-3 weeks ago to like 1.3k. And then that's a lot on it, by the way. It's like Creative Fund level. And then also on my other platform, I went up from like 300 to like 4-5k in like 4 months as well. It's crazy. So I have, as you can imagine, out of the about 6k people that follow me, so a lot of people who want free boards all the time. It's heartbreaking, man, because I'm like, you know, I can see it's a struggle, and that's the thing, it is, especially in this time period and stuff like that. But I'd also recommend, and it's me just saying, like a fingerboard is like an ideal thing to have in a situation where maybe the Wi-Fi cuts out, phones go out. You know, it's something challenging. It's something it's a never-ending thing. You can just keep doing. You can do different obstacles, different ledges. It's brilliant, and they last so much longer than a skateboard because skateboards realistically are not that durable. Like the wheels, the pressure, your full body weight on them. But a fingerboard can go for ages. I've had those trucks since the first trucks I used, not needed anymore in a year and a half. If that was skateboard trucks, I guarantee you after a while they'd start to be a bit manky and I'd probably start considering getting new trucks. Maybe. But wheels, bearings, everything like that, 100%. That's why I've also made these affordable. It's like urethane, but it doesn't wear down. It screeches, but it will wear down after a while, but it's more durable than urethane, which just tears away at concrete. It does. It's like, you know, it's almost like they make things deliver. It's not almost, they do clearly make things to break quicker so people come back and buy more and more and more and more. I'm not about that because I'm like this sort of person. It's like, say if only like, you know, I have these customers, they come back, they buy a few boards and then I don't need any more. I've bought all these boards, I'm happy with it. I'm happy to know that those boards in 20 years time will still be around to show their kids. But like, this is what I was doing when I was younger. Rather than a piece of crap that someone goes, oh, that was crap, and they chuck it in the bin because it breaks in like a week. So people that actually sell these boards that break really quick, I'm like, that to me is so risky. You're tarnishing potentially your whole company and reputation. Why would you want to do that? Maybe I'm just the only bloody logical person until like I've said, as soon as I start getting enough money, I'll start charity work. I do believe money can cause corruption and greed. So I do, I think the way to get rid of that is to spread it through kindness. And charity work. And when I say charity work, I mean I'm doing my own charity work, not like giving it to a charity to do, you know what I mean? Like, so they mess around with it, take most of the profit, like, piss off. Sorry, 1 second. Well, I just need a filter. There you go, cool. Joe, I think I've just got the dreaded message that I didn't want to read. Oh, bro, yep, I did. No one builds. No, they don't, man. It's really sad. So when I say man, I don't mean just generic lingo when I say man. But yeah, people don't build things to last. It's really sad. Like, don't get me wrong, there's little things like this. I'd say, obviously, this is really durable, really solid. Things like this that was made by smaller companies. Because this isn't a main company. I don't know what this is. What, Cable Guys, Marvel, like, I don't know. But it's still like fairly decent quality. Where in a few years' time, some even companies like that get as long as they get bought out, and then they're just made of really thin plastic crap because they want to sell to loads of people. But I'm like, you don't understand. Like me as a customer, someone who wants quality, I'm gonna look at that and go, "What is this shit? I'm never buying that again." Right? So there's a line between quality and like, but then where you trying to deliberately sabotage your product so people have to come back and buy more, that is completely against your customers. If you even have that on the table, if that's even like, how can we make this worse? How can saving money, different ball game, right? Because it's for you, for the business, maybe reinvestment, but to actively have a way to make it worse for your customers is a bit, or it's not even a bit, that's very messed up. Right? It is disgusting, really. You know, they don't know how we use, and then how they do it is they do two things. They cut down on quality of wood for one, so they save £100 per 100 boards roughly, which is pathetic, really. Like, why even bother? I know people go, oh, £100 adds up, but I'm like, really? Yeah, cool. Just go and make another £100. Like, just work a little harder. Don't charge everybody like a piss. Like, I know that, you know, and they hear inflation, and then they're like, great, cool. 500 quid. Like, bro, do you understand how inflation works? It's going up slowly, then I'm just whacking a flipping 10 zeros on the end of it. Like, I saw a board the other day, someone bought and they said, was this worth 750 quid? I was like, I had to comment. I was like, you're joking, right? And he showed me he posted another video with like loads of people had said it, of the receipt. And he was like, you know, including shipping. I'm like, why would you do that? That is enough for like deposit on a house, man. Like, that is honestly stupid. Well, not on a house, but on a flat. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, man, it is. And this is why someone else asked earlier, would I sell part of my company to them? And who knows, they could have had a lot of money. I said no. Because one, you could just be like, that's it, I'm out. You want half the shares, half everything, I'm doomed. I don't mind employing people, but being in charge is the main thing. I don't mind sharing like abilities. Like someone has input for a business. I'm the businessman. I'm in charge, but I'd love to hear what you've got to say. You know what I mean? I think everyone has something to bring to the table as well. So there's difference between. Oh man, I don't know. You'll see. As time goes on, I will stand by my values. Like I said, they tried to buy me out on TikTok. for with the like everybody, it's what they call the agencies, where they like do the lives for the battles. Yeah, I'd have made a lot of money doing that, but I mean, do I get to do what I want to do every day? No. Would it mean the quality of the boards would have gone down because I had less time to work on them? Yeah. You know, it, regardless of how many people could be like, it's stupid and stuff like that, I feel like if you say something, you've got to stick by your word, and if you don't, how can you ever be trusted as a person? Oh, we're going down. Do you know what I mean? How can you be trusted as a person? I mean, you lie about one thing, what's stopping you lie about literally anything else? I know it's a deep thought, but it's true. So I'm like, you know, if I forget something, it's a little bit different. I might forget I said something. But like I said, I'll make them skateboards. I waited a whole year because I promised I'd wait and I wouldn't, you know, but I was getting messed around by the last skate company that I was going to work with. And I found out realistically, for someone else who was in the live at the time. So I just said, my followers asked me, so you've done the boards now, it's been a year, bro, what changed? And I was like, well, I was going to work with somebody. Didn't name drop, this is the main point I'm getting at, didn't name drop, but you're allowed to give, like when I was starting my business course, this lady was saying about how at one point she had a colleague, but didn't name drop. You're allowed to say experiences is what life's about, right? But he comes in a live and goes, oh, talking slander about me, he's going to get, I was like, bro, I didn't even say you, and then someone else in live went, mate, you might as well just stuck your hand up and said, he's talking about me, ding, 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 ding. So what? I'm sorry, man. And I went and tried to speak to him privately, and he clearly got mad about it. I'm like, well, no, you can't get mad at me because you didn't listen properly. And then I'm allowed to talk about experiences. Someone asked me why I wasn't making boards for a whole year, and now I suddenly decided to. And I said, because when I make a promise to another company that I'm not going to make skateboards, I'm going to work with them. He said, I'll wait for the summer. I'll wait for the kids to go back to school. Wait for summer. No, sorry, it was wait for the kids. No, you wait for the kids. I can't remember. It literally went on for over a year, right? Just over a year, and well over a year now because it's coming around towards the summer again. He said last year at the time, wait for summer. So we're already coming. It's around the same time period that we're already in loop, and the other person who I work with who actually helped me make it. I do make the videos and stuff like that, but obviously with this particular batch I actually gave a job to a guy that I know is a dad, because this is what I mean. I also believe about giving people, sharing the work and the love about. Do you know what I mean? So like, instead of going to a main corporation, I got him to help me do it. Do you know what I mean? But seeing you put it to such paper, I appreciate that, man. It's true, it's real talk, innit? And I feel like, I don't know, it's just about keeping real with it all the way through, down to the end, and dying by that, and like standing by your word, 100%. But like I said, so I was going to work with this guy, and I just said, look, this is why I went on with the boards. And he then got pissed off because, you know, at the end of the day, I think he's annoyed because, and to me as a skater, I'm not annoyed. Someone lands a trick I wanted to land, I'm really happy for them. If somebody become a pro skater at the age around the time I had all the injuries, I'd be really happy for them. I'm not a sour, bitter person. But the guy who I also work with, the Beanies, turned around and said, mate, from what I could see, and this guy is very smart. Like, he has kids, and he's got 2 businesses and a job. He's, you know, he's brilliant. He's a legend. And he's helped me out with so much. But he went, mate, from what I could tell there, and he said, don't worry, he didn't do anything wrong, but from what I can tell is he seems jealous of you, or like threatened by you. And truthfully, there isn't many skate companies in the UK, or if they are, they're very small, like, you know what I mean, they don't really get that recognition. Where, to be fair, I've looked at my thingy, I get 98% more exposure than things with the exact same thing I do, like skateboarding, fingerboarding things. I think I reach more people politically, with the art, with the business and motivation, with life lessons, being homeless, and you know, going through everything I went through, so people can be like, oh, Joe, okay, maybe I could do it. That is my whole kind of thing. I think people click with that in so many different ways, and that's why being a skateboarder, also being a fingerboarder, while being an artist, you know, what, and that, but still be, and also guys who want to be able to feel like hear another person who has a business but then go, yeah, I cry, so what? Like, do you think that makes me less of a man? If anything, I'm more emotionally mature for being able to cry and deal with something than bottle it up and get angry, right? Yeah, it is. Don't worry, I promise not to sell out. That is 100% promise. I can even prove it. I wouldn't show the names. Since last year, and I mean 2024, I've had people going, well, we like what you do. Will you, you know, will you sell this share to the company, or would you do this for us, or would you do that, or would you do this amount of lives a week? I'm like, well, no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because I'm not a sellout. Huh? Okay, but yeah, that's what I mean. Don't worry, bro. I won't have this out, and that will be visible because I mean, my beanies are going to stay a good price. Everything's going to stay the same price. It would jump up if it wasn't. It's only going to go up if inflation goes up and it starts to try and fuck me. Then, unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. But yeah, I'm always trying to keep it fair. And every single that I am aware of, and I'm not having a go, has sort of sold out from what I can tell. A lot of skate companies, especially ones that I used to love. You know what I mean? Have major. One second, guys. Right, so I have medical. Right, so I have medical green. Right, I have medical green. I'm getting to a point now where I'm so done with having it. Purely because it causes. I believe like when people say things aren't addictive, things are. Oh yeah, bro, it is addictive, and that's me being an adult and realizing it. It's addictive. It causes more issues. Not always. Granted, when you're using it properly and like proper medicinally, cool. I think it's so funny that it's like we've gone completely in the other direction about it. Now I start to realise my own sanity around it, and then there's other issues around it with other people. I don't know how to describe it without going too much into detail, but yeah, I don't want people to think I'm inspiring that sort of behaviour too, because truthfully, if I didn't have to have it and I could concentrate more, I would choose that every day, 100%. Because I love working, I love locking in, I love concentrating. I love being able to do what the mainstream, the media and everything tells you is impossible unless you know people, you've got friends in the industry. Clearly a lie. It's a long grind, it's painful, it's soul crushing. Especially when I've done graphics in a month and no one's been interested in them at all. Like, but I look at them and go, I'm convinced that graphic is better than some ones I've seen, but hey ho, I think people just have their loyalties at that point, do you know what I mean? Alright, 2 seconds, guys. I may have to leave now, to be honest with you. But yeah, as I say, the new graphics read misprint. This one you can't really see it now, bloody hell, so dark. That's a misprinted one as well. Needs another coating, but this one isn't a misprinted. This one actually kind of came out alright. This needs another coating. But yeah, there will be, as I say, there's a 25% sale up, and yeah. So guys, I have to go now because there's a whole load of bloody drama I've got to deal with. This is just my life, story of my life. But yeah, love, bro. I really appreciate it. And my point is, like, there's shit. Life is shit. Life gets stressful, but you're not alone in it, right? Keep it up. Keep your chin up. You got this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy. Life is not an easy ride, bro. But it's, you know, you push through it and you'll feel like a better person for it. I promise you now. Anyway, peace and love, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Hope it will be tomorrow, maybe even later tonight. I might even try and do a live tonight because I'm just gonna say to my partner, like, realistically, I need to probably get on with the live. I just want to get this out there, this business out here. It's so close. We're on the pinnacle, guys. Anyway, I love you all so much. I really appreciate the support, and yeah, but peace, love, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Maybe later, maybe not.